AITA for sending my teacher a clarification email. I go to a combined English and social studies class focused on art and literature. There are two separate teachers, one for more historical aspects and one for more literary aspects. But the history teacher often contributes to literary discussions and makes connections when she teaches the class. Recently, we were covering Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal, which, if you didn't know, basically says that due to the terrible conditions of 1700s Ireland, it would be a better idea to consume infants than to nurture them. Whenever we discuss the book, my social studies teacher often cites the idea that Swift uses numbers in order to come to a satirical conclusion. However, I'd often get confused, as well as many of my friends, as this wasn't a study, and all of his numbers were assumptions and the only concrete numbers he gave were how to price the children. At least, that's as far as I could understand. I was a bit confused, even though this was a literary question, because my social studies teacher was the only one to make these claims. My literary teacher hadn't really talked about that part, combined with the fact that she often contributed to the literary aspect of class. I had asked my social studies the question. Here's a summary of the email I am writing to seek clarification on a point discussed in class regarding Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal. While you often mention the proposer's use of numerical data to support the argument for baby consumption, upon reviewing the text, I couldn't find instances where numerical data explicitly justifies the conclusion. The references to numbers seem related to pricing and economic benefits, contributing to satire but not supporting an argument. In my view, the satire arises from a twisted logic and scientific method, influenced by Enlightenment ideas. I'd appreciate further insights, as I might have overlooked passages or not fully grasped a deeper interpretation of the text. I've had bad experiences with these kinds of emails with my teachers, so I had made sure to keep it polite. In response, I had gotten a strongly worded email, although it did have the data I was looking for. Here's the first paragraph of the email I got in response. My name. Why are you placing so much value in one statement? First, I am not the lit teacher and did not participate in the discussion of AMOP. Questions about the piece should really be directed at lit teacher. Second, I have referred to AMOP as an example of satire and cited the numbers Swift utilizes to illustrate that he was critical of the lack of emotional connection the proposer as a model for Enlightenment thought seems to have with the subject. If necessary, I can show you a few places where he cites population statistics, such as several quotes from AMOP. After reading this, I'm not sure if my judgment had been sound. I need to make sure. AITA, should I send an apology email? What should I do?